It is often said that Isaac Newton was sitting under an apple tree when an apple fell on his head, and thus gravity was discovered. Well, every story you read about this is different, whether it's in a children's book, or a school textbook, or an inspirational astronomy passage. Every story is conflicting. That should start off alarm bells. No, that wasn't a cue. Most of the stories mention it falling on his head purely because that sounds great when explaining to a child at a school, say. But when you look deeper, it didn't fall on his head at all. Then it did, then it didn't. I wish they'd make up their Masonic minds. Oh, did I forget to mention Newton, like all the other heliocentric advocates, Sir Isaac Newton was a Mason. Oh, how coincidental. Let me tell you what I think happened. I don't obviously know, and I don't claim to know like they do. But if I had to guess, which is what quite a lot of pseudoscientists tend to do, I'd guess it went something like this. Back then, in them days, whoever that is, can you please stop it? Can we please take this serious? Back then, it was a new fashion to think that the Earth was now round and a planet. But every time they tried to fob this off to folk, the same question kept cropping up. Oh, why do we not fall off this ball, pray? So someone, was it Newton? Who knows? But someone had to come up with a solution. Now that's when gravity was born. A mysterious, unseen force that magically pulls everyone and everything towards the centre of this globe and stops us falling off when it spins. Oh, I say, what a frightfully good idea, Isaac. You've cracked it, my good fellow. They used this theory and started convincing the public and other academic scholars that the Earth wasn't flat, but a large ball spinning around the sun. I'm not going to go into this again as I covered this in Dot 7. Dot 7 covers the BS surrounding the revolving, produced from nothing sphere we supposedly live on. So let's get this right. Gravity is responsible for keeping the waters from just falling off the globe. Its power must be immense. Stops you and I from just whooshing into space. And also the reason an apple falls from a tree. Give me a break. The reason why an apple falls from a tree has nothing whatsoever to do with this bewildering force of gravity, but everything to do with density. The reason the apple falls to the ground is purely and simply because the apple is more dense than the air around it, but less dense than the ground it falls to. If it had fell into a puddle, for instance, it would have stopped falling and floated, because the apple is less dense than the water. It's not rocket science, and it doesn't need to be. Everything that gravity portrays can easily be explained by density and buoyancy. And density and buoyancy was known way before Newton or Kepler or Galileo started on about their heliocentric gravity theory. Oh, there's that word again, theory. See, density and buoyancy are not theories. They can be proven, and they can be measured, and they can be observed repeatedly. One of the best experiments to prove this is with helium. See, helium is less dense than air, so therefore, when you let a helium balloon go, it will rise. Now, if you fill a balloon with half helium and half air, it will magically levitate before your very eyes. And no, it's not because of the all-powerful and great magician Beau, but because you are creating something that is the exact density of the air around it. You just have to compensate some of the air because of the plastic that makes the balloon. You don't need gravity to explain this. Another great experiment to prove that gravity does not exist is, remember the slinkies? The way they used to drop them down the stairs and watch them navigate the stairs on their own? Well, drop one from the height of, say, your shoulders. Drop it vertically. Now watch how the bottom doesn't move. It stays where it is until the top of the slinky catches up, and then it will fall. It's great. Now, if gravity did exist, surely it wouldn't wait for its density to change before grabbing it and pulling it to the ground. Like I always say, you be the judge. I just think it's another one of them lies that the elite like to convince folk with, yet have no proof whatsoever. All through our childhood, we've been spoon-fed lie after lie after lie. And when you get to be an adult, you just go along with them all. When you take a bit of time and work it out for yourself, it becomes blatantly obvious. But they don't want you to think for yourself. They want you under their illusional or delusional control. If you're still not convinced and still believe there is gravity, answer me this. If gravity is so powerful, why are parts of this napkin still away from the ground? Why can't it pull it flat to the ground? I mean, gravity is strong enough to hold the oceans to the globe, but not strong enough to flatten this napkin or pull the dewdrops from a leaf in the morning. Another gravitational byproduct is the ocean tides, and the reason why the tides come in and go out. This illustration of the gravitational pull of the moon shows how it allegedly works. So why on earth, literally, or how does it pull the tides from the other side? Impossible yet again. And if the moon's gravitational pull is so great, how come it doesn't pull our clouds towards it? Very strange. There are far too many unanswered questions that the gravity believers can't answer that makes it no sense. When folk do start to ask questions, they worry. They start panicking and come up with other theories. For instance, the explanation for gravity first started off as gravity is an attractive force present in all objects. Then it was questioned. Then it was, thanks to Einstein, gravity is the curvature of space-time. Oh, Einstein said that, so it must be true. And then the third one, and the most recent one, is gravity is caused by theoretical subatomic particles called gravitons. Dear me, particles called gravitons. Never seen, never proven, but they have a name already. Gravitons. I swear, sometimes they come up with so much crap to justify their BS. They also use ambiguous mathematical formulas that most science academics, let alone the general public, cannot decipher. This sort of pseudoscience hides a multitude of lies. It seems to me that gravity is fickle and selective. I think that gravity is the only force that holds their lies together. Them great people from NASA can take photos from their so-called International Space Station that's held in space by gravity and their so-called magnificent satellites, but they won't take a single photo of a ship sailing upside down on the globe, being held to the planet by gravity. Come on, NASA, zoom in, like you say you can, and take a definitive photo of the bottom of the globe. It would be great to see a huge ocean liner skating across the vast sea upside down. Or zoom in and watch folk walking upside down while gravity holds them and forces them to the pavement. Why won't they? I think you know the two answers to that question. No globe, no gravity. Sometimes Mother Nature catches gravity out. Take a look at this orange. So gravity isn't strong enough to pull it down with its peel, but take off the peel and gravity suddenly becomes strong enough to pull it down. Wow. It's called density, people. Density. Just because you are told something doesn't mean it is true. We go through life believing everything we are told at school, believing everything a person of supposed intelligence tells us, without even questioning it. But as soon as you dig a little under the surface of these lies, the truth jumps out and hits you. Remember, question everything. Everything. Well, that's the end of Doc 10. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, check out this one. It's about flat Earth. That'll get you thinking for sure. I think it's time now to start seriously promoting these videos, which I haven't done at the moment. With a little help from you as well, by sharing them to as many people as you can, would really help. Thank you very much. Anyway, take care and look after yourself. See you in Dot 11. Bye for now.